how you can apply it. So remember, today, as you're kicking, I expect to see contact. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Look in.
Yes, sir.
Take some deep breaths. Focus on all the stuff you need to do today. Time, is it up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do this. I want to see Mr. Leonard step back one line. Mr. Kirk, come right down towards Mr. Leonard. Face him. Slide back, Chris. See Mr. Kirk walks past. Face Vivian. Slide back, face your brother. Slide back, face your sister. Right here. Fighting stance, Shabby! Okay, if the person you're fighting does not have a hogo on, Tevin, slide back. You may not kick them. If they have a hogo on, you must kick them. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, let's run through really quick. You guys have learned a lot of kicks. What kicks have you learned? Somebody start I want to see kicks. Kick. Around fast. Axe kick. Crescent kick. Flip kick. Not a bomb. Love it. Back kick.
Step chamber side.
Side kicks. Good.
Spin hook.
Spin hook. Now, spin hook. Can you hit him in the head today?
Yes,
sir. Good. No hitting in the head today, please. Very good. Hook kick. Love it. Same thing. Do not hit in the head. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
In the hoagie. Only hoagie. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Ready? Almost. A second. Slide, 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 slide. Right here. Slide down. Slide down a little bit. Slide down a little bit, gentlemen. Two kicks. Start with 2 kicks. No damage, just do. Yes, sir. Ready? Question. This side over here, you're going to go first. Yes, sir. Ready? Go! Oh, come on, Tim. I can hear you. Good. Nice job. Good. There you go. Good. Good. Fish your partner. Jet. Bob, come here. Now, just so my parents don't understand, part of what we're doing with this is a lot of our kids, especially at young ages, in our society, we have a very much hands-off society. We don't touch kids, they don't get touched. We're very much non-contact. But one of the things with being a non-contact society is our kids don't necessarily understand that if they get assaulted, if somebody grabs them, how they're going to deal with it. So one of the things in Taekwondo we learn, that the kids learn, is as they're being grabbed, as they're being kicked, that they can do it. Part of them learn how to kick each other is that they learn timing and spacing. Because a kid can learn a lot of stuff. Our lower belts, they can learn how to do all these kicks. But do they actually know how to actually touch somebody with them? Do they actually know how to utilize these kicks? Until they start kicking somebody, they're not going to learn what it feels like to kick somebody, and you're not going to learn how to feel how it takes to take a hit. Most of my military personnel understand that if you don't know how to take a hit, it's pretty much a useless art at that point in time. So what we start doing in higher belts is we start actually making contact, and these guys start to feel what it takes like to take hits and to give hits. Face your partner. Chip. Yeah. Rotate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Devin, you scared down there with Mr. Leonard?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Are you sure? He is way bigger than you. You trust Mr. Leonard, though, don't you? Fighting stance, me. Ready, go. Kick him. Kick him. Yes. Good. Mr. Leonard, get Chris. Just like kicks.
Hit it. Yes.
Time. Face your partner. Sit. Bob, come here. Rotate.
Yes, sir.
Fighting stance, sweet. Go. Good. I like the nut bonds. Remember distance. Back. back kick. I love it. Jump punch, yes. Good. More kicks, Selena. Do the other kicks, Selena. Into the basket. Good. Come on, push your partner. Check. Pop, again. Rotate. Face in, Shabby. Ready, go. There's the back kick, good. Push. Time! It's your partner. Check. Back again. Good. Now from right here, take a deep breath. Shake hands, give your partner high five. Say great job.
Great job.
Very good. Okay, I want my orange belts right here. Right here, fingers here. Good. Kristen, where you're at? Push another divvy right here.
Yes, sir.
And self-defense.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. Now, self-defense. If you have a hoku on again, what are you going to do?
Hit them.
You're going to hit them. Yes, sir. Ready? Go! One, two, three, give them a high five. Great job. And ready, go! Give them a high five. Great job. And ready, go! And one, two, three, give them a high five. Great job. Ready, go! Ready, one, two, three, give them a high five. Great job. Ready, go! One, two, three, give him a high five. Nice job. That's good. Face your partner. Chip. Balcony A. Rotate. And ready. Go. One, two, three, give him a high five. Great job. Ready. Go. One, two, three, give him a high five. Great job. Ready. Go. One, two, three, give him a high five. Nice job. Ready. Go. One, two, three, give him a high five. Nice job. Ready. Go. One, two, three, give him a high five. Nice job. There's your partner. Shake. Balcony A. Rotate. Green belt. Second knee. Ready. Attack. Give him a high five. One, two, three. Right. And ready. Attack. One, two, three. Give him a high five. Great job. And ready. Attack. One, two, three. Give him a high five. Nice. Ready. Attack. One, two, three, give him a high five. Great job. And ready. Attack. One, two, three, give him a high five. Nice job. And And stand up. Face your partners. Jit. Bow. Very good. Go take your hose off. Come back out. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Quick, run. Good. Orange belts right here. Face me. Spread out. More space between everybody. Good. Deep breath. There. Oh, stay where you're at. Right there. Perfect. Stay focused. Yes, sir. And actually slide in, not one space, because we're going to slide you back. Okay, slide in. Tevin, stay there. Good. And Tevin, one line back. Mr. Kurt, one line back. McKenna, one line back. Chris, one line back. Good. Shumi. Blocking set number 3.
Blocking set number 3, sir.
Shija. Give these guys a break. Orange and green, take me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Blocking set number 5.
Blocking set number 5, sir.
Shija.
Taekwondo.
Bottom. 1, 2, 3. Give these guys a break. Can we stand up?
Yes, sir.
Now, just so my parents know, part of what we do is we continually recycle through our program, and so what happens is after they've learned something, then they continue to review it as they move forward. So you notice that even the high belts come back into the lower belts curriculum, because by the time they hit and they're testing for their black belt, they have to know all their kicking sets, all their blocking sets, all their self-defense, and all their forms to test on them all at the same time. So what this does is it helps them to help remember and review what they've been doing, so that when they go to test for their black belt, they haven't worked on something for 3 years, and so it helps them review it. So they'll continue. You'll see them review more and more as they get to higher belts. When they get into high red belts, they'll be doing 3, sometimes 4 things every test. So when you get tougher and tougher, then when we test for the black belt, they're going to go, "Thank you very much for making sure that I reviewed that." Very good. Fighting sweet. Kicking set number 3.
Kicking set number 3, sir.
Shija. Bottom. 1, 2, 3. Get him on this side. Just right back to the spot.
Yes, sir.
I think that one was about a B. You guys want an A or a B?
Yes, sir.
You guys want to do that one more time? Try to get your A?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What the things I'm looking for is these strong kicks. Okay. Make sure you're kicking strong. Make sure you're focusing hard. Devin, kick high. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I know where you can kick. I expect to see you kicking there for your test. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Fighting stance, Shabik! Shija. Bottom. 1, 2, 3. Give them a hand. Much. And yellow and orange technique.
Yes, sir.
Oh, excuse me. Orange and green. Fighting stance, Shabik! Kicking set number 5.
Kicking set number 5, sir.
Green belt, slide down just a little bit, because when they start kicking that way, I prefer them not to kick a little bit. Ready, Shija.
Yeah. Higher. Higher. Left. Higher. 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 Higher.
Bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And stand for stand up.
Yes, sir.
Back to your spot. Take a deep breath. Getting tougher, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Good. That's what you should expect. Remember, every test you take, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Chumbi!
Higher.
What's the name of your form, Selena?
Samjang, sir.
Taeguk Samjang. Very good. And Shija.
Higher.
Bottom. 1, 2, 3. Give yourselves a Very good. How did everybody feel about that one?
Great, sir.
Everybody felt great?
Yes, sir.
Good. I'm glad you felt great. You guys are looking amazing. Orange, green, technique.
Yes, sir.
To me!
Higher.
What's the name of your form?
Take the children, sir.
Shijak. Bottom. 1, 2, 3. Get out of here. Get up.
Yes, sir.
Good. Take a deep breath. Chumbi!
Higher.
4D's the champion.
He's the champion, sir.
Begin.
Desire, discipline, dedication, determination,
sir.
Chumbi!
Higher.
5 tenets of Taekwondo.
5 tenets of Taekwondo, sir.
Begin.
Courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and godly spirit, sir.
6 rules of success.
6 rules of success, sir.
Begin.
Know what you want, have a plan, have a coach, take continuous action, review your goals, review your plans, sir.
Good. Give these guys a nice Mr. Leonard, quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
6 rules of success. Does that apply to your life?
Yes, sir.
Tell me how.
Yes, sir. First of all, you have to know what it is that you want.
What did you want lately in this last year?
In this last year, I wanted to succeed in everything that I put my mind to.
Okay, I want
A
one.
good example
Yes.
is Taekwondo, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Taekwondo, to be able to use my self-discipline and participate in every class that I possibly could so that I would become proficient at what it is that I'm learning, sir.
Good, good. Now, there's another thing that I actually was looking for today from you, and that is, what did you do this last year in your work life?
In my work life,
Yes. He opened a restaurant, okay? Now, let me ask you this. You quit your day job,
yes, sir.
okay, and went full-time at the restaurant over here,
Yes, sir.
okay? Now, did you have to have a plan to do that, or did you just say, I'm going to open a restaurant, quit work?
No, sir.
Okay, well, it took some planning.
It took some planning, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Uh,
You and your wife had to do a lot to do that, right?
Well, yes, sir. My wife was working in the restaurant by herself while I was working my day job. And I could see that she needed help. And personally, I was getting a little tired of my day job.
Surprise, surprise.
So I just couldn't leave my day job, but I did have to plan for that. And finally I did it and went over there and started working with my wife, and I feel a lot better because of it.
Good. So you created some success in your life by having a plan.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, let me ask you this. Let's go ahead, let's skip down to number 5.
Yes, sir.
Or actually, let's start. You took the continuous action, and you have a coach. Obviously, your wife is part of your coach. I'm sure she teaches you some stuff about cooking, and you teach her some, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because I've eaten your wife's cooking, so trust me, I know it's good stuff. Good. So then, now that you're into this motion and stuff like that, I want you to expand a little bit on number 5 and 6.
As far as number 5 goes, review your goals. Well, coming to work with my wife, she's a perfectionist.
Okay.
So I had to go in and I had to learn what it is that, or the way she wants it done. And then I started thinking maybe I should go back to work. But you know, after careful review and then understanding that in order to get some sort of relief away from it, I can come here.
Okay.
And so that was part of my review as far as my goals go. But at the same time, we want our business to keep growing. So every day you have to constantly look at how your procedures are, how your process is, and it's a continuous improvement process in order to make it better.
Yes.
And then, whatever steps you put out there or however you plan it, you have to review just to make sure that everything is going according to how you planned it. And if it's not, then you have to go back and start, nitpicking into it, tweaking it. Yeah,
Yes,
that's a good term for it.
Exactly.
Tweaking it, just to make sure everything's working right.
Exactly. Just so my parents know, one of the things that I, especially with my hard balls, focus on and want them to understand is kids in life see this. They see, I want that. I want. So what I want our kids to learn is that they not only need to make a plan, they need to figure out how to follow through with it. And as parents, if you can help them start to set these goals, how to achieve these goals, how to refine their goals and tweak their goals, later on when they get further in life, then they'll understand these concepts, how to make themselves continue better. A lot of times in the business world, you'll hear the term continuous process improvement, how to continually make things better. Depends on what you're doing. But if we start teaching our kids at this young age how to make the processes and the plans in their lives better and continually modify themselves to make themselves better, then later on in life it's going to become really easy for them, and they'll be the ones leading companies. They'll be the ones establishing new policies and making things better in their world. And the way they do that is by starting learning these things. And this 6 rules of success is just a very nice, simple template that as they learn, first of all, they just learn to say it in rote memory. But then later on, we want them to start to learn how to apply it to their lives on a continual basis. Very good. Mr. Kurt,
Yes, sir.
your turn. Which one should I pick for you? I've got a great, actually, we got to do something first. I want everybody to turn around and face the student creed.
Yes, sir.
To me! Hi! Student creed!
Student creed, sir.
Begin!
I intend to develop myself in a positive manner and avoid anything that will reduce my mental growth or physical health. I intend to develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best of myself and others. I intend to use what I learned in class constructively and defensively to help myself and my fellow men and women and never be abusive or offensive, sir.
Fantastic. Mr. Kurt, I want you to choose one of those 3 phrases, and I want you to explain how it applies in your life.
I'll pick the second one.
Okay?
Okay, as far as developing self-discipline, it's like, for the Taekwondo part, is first, I would say it was the conditioning, and we're putting out the effort for the physical exercise more than anything to get adjusted to the rigors of it. and just get used to being able to keep up with the exercises and losing weight to be in the shape you should be.
Nice.
Then the self-discipline, it's ordered than juggling kids, classes, dinner, school homework, life, work,
Yes.
and all of those things wrapped in one ball.
So does Taekwondo help you focus all that energy into making things better around the house?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. Now, I'm gonna brag on Mr. Curry here a little bit. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Curry has accomplished some incredible goals. Not only has he changed how he works out in here, and trust me, he has changed a lot since his white belt, but he's also accomplished some incredible physical goals as well. Mr. Curry, what's the physical goal that you've accomplished up to this point?
Well, I used to weigh about 255 when I started for one. Now I'm down to like 210. I can do like work out at home. I can do 100 sit-ups in a row, 60 push-ups, work out all day.
So he's changed his physical condition dramatically, and that's an amazing thing. Good job, Mr. Curry. Good. And turn around, face front.
Yes,
Actually,
sir.
turn around, face me over here.
Yes, sir.
To me.
Hi.
All my kids now. Home rule number 1.
Homework number 1, sir.
Begin.
I will greet my parents, teachers, and elders with hello and goodbye, sir.
Home rule number 2.
Homework number 2, sir.
Begin.
I will respect my parents, teachers, and elders, sir.
Home rule number 3.
Homework number 3, sir.
Begin.
I will be kind to my brothers and sisters, sir.
Home rule number 4.
Homework number 4, sir.
Orange belts don't have to. Leave your hands down. Good. Begin.
I will keep my house, room, clean daily, sir.
And Brown and Brown Senior. Home rule number 5.
Homework number 5, sir.
Begin.
I will keep my teeth, hair, and body clean daily, sir.
Home rule number 6.
Home rule number 6, sir.
Begin. Oh. Stay focused, Chris. Say, I will not
I will not
interrupt.
interrupt. Oh, I will not interrupt adults' conversation, sir.
Good. Give these guys a hand. Woo. Get the sweat out. Good. Now, really quick. Tevin, Selena. Are you two nice to each other?
Yes, sir.
What's your home rule number 3? Be kind to my brothers and sisters. So, is that easy to do? No. Now, just, one of the things that kids love to do is they love to push each other's buttons. And I've worked with these two for a while, and I know they love pushing on each other's buttons, is what I call it. And so what I'm working on these guys with is that they learn how to not antagonize each other. Because you guys love to pick on each other, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, exactly. Now, most brothers and sisters, they do. That's part of growing up. That's part of them maturing, is learning those boundaries of where they can do that. And these two, when they first came in, trust me, they didn't exactly have all the boundaries they should have. And they're slowly developing those boundaries of where they can push each other and where they have to be nice to each other. Do you guys think you can get better at that on this next belt?
Yes, sir.
Good, because you know what happens after this belt, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you guys get to start to do?
Pads.
You guys just start to kick each other, right?
Yes,
Now, if you don't have respect for each other and you start kicking each other, what's going to happen? You're going to get mad at each other, right?
Yes, sir.
So is that a good thing?
Yes, sir.
No, it's not a good thing. It's okay to get frustrated, but I want you guys to work through understanding what you can do and what you can't do as far as picking on each other. Understanding that if Tevin walks up and he kicks Lee as hard as he can, and boom! Would you be happy? No. But if Tevin walks up and you guys respond, he goes, you'd be okay with that, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so learn where your guys' goals, your boundaries are at, and learn where you can work with each other, and learn how to discuss it. Because if he does walk up and he kicks you, let's say it's a little bit too hard, do you go, Tevin, knock it off?
No, sir.
What should you say? Hey, Tevin, lighten it up just a little bit, right?
Yes, sir.
And then Tevin's go, oh, okay, that's my boundary. That's where I need to know. So part of what we want that we establish with this kicking is where the boundaries are at. How hard you can kick somebody before all of a sudden they go, I really don't enjoy working out with you. I don't enjoy training with you. Different people. Now, if you walk up and kick me, can you kick me as hard as you want? Usually, right? Can you walk up and kick Dad really hard if you guys train?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can, because he understands that he can take it. Okay? And he understands you're not doing it because you're mad. You're doing it because you want to train hard. So learn what the boundaries are with each individual in your family and also as the individuals in your class. Very good. And orange belts, take a knee.
Yes, sir.
Good. Actually, kids stand up. I'm sorry, I forgot. And safety rule number 1.
Safety rule number 1, sir.
Begin.
I will keep my safe side adult individual side, sir.
Safety rule number 2.
Safety rule number 2, sir.
Begin.
Don't speak to a don't know without your safe permission, sir.
Safety rule number 3.
Safety rule number 3, sir.
Begin.
Have 3 other SSAs besides your parents and grandparents, sir.
Jamie, who are your 3 SSAs?
Mrs. Macy, Mrs. Abraham, and Mrs. Brenda.
Oh, very good. Okay. Now, why is it important to have 3 SSAs, Michaela?
So when if your parents or grandparents pick you up after school, then your 3 other SSAs can pick you up.
Exactly. Somebody, just so my parents understand the concept here, is basically it's somebody in these kids' lives that if something happened to you, God forbid you get in a car accident, something happens, that these kids know that they have another safe person in their life. Not just anybody that can go get them, but 1 or 2 or 3 specific people that you'd say, I trust these people enough that if they come to you and say, hey, Mom, Dad got in a car accident, I need you to take you to the hospital, that they feel safe to go with that person because they're very specifically set out. It's not just somebody, it's people that you choose and you let them know specifically who they are. And safety rule number 4.
Safety rule number 4, sir.
Begin.
I will
Keep
Right here with me.
Don't
Don't.
open the door without your SSA's permission, sir.
Obviously, we got to practice more. That lets me know we got to do a lot more practice. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you two. Safety rule number 5.
Safety rule number 5, sir.
Begin.
Keep your voices and use your voice. Help, this is not my mom. Help, this is not my dad, sir.
If it's a bully, what do you say?
No, back off. Leave me alone.
Fantastic. I love that confidence, baby. That's what I'm looking for. Good job. Good. Good. And safety rule number 6.
Safety rule number 6, sir.
Begin.
Don't fall for tricks, sir.
Very good. Now, just, you got number 7 down?
don't go anywhere without your SSA's permission, sir. And then that one is fix a recipe for straight A daily, sir.
What are the recipes for straight A's daily?
Cannot remember.
Okay, we'll work on those. That's okay. I understand. And is that okay to say I don't remember something, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Good, exactly. It's okay. Remember, but what are we going to do if you don't remember something?
Study even harder.
We're going to study harder, exactly. Because are we going to know every answer in life?
No, sir.
No, but it is a completely acceptable response to say, I don't know right now, but I will find out and I will work on it, right?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Okay. You two, I want Chris and Vivian. I want you guys to pick one of the 5 tenets of Taekwondo, turn towards the audience, and explain to them what it means to you. Who wants to go first? Vivian, face the audience. And I want them clear at the back to be able to hear you.
Self-control for me is to know that I can control myself and my body and do what I'm supposed to do and not do things like what Mr. Bryan's not telling me what to do. And I have to control my body when we do self-defense and kicking sets.
Good. So you show self-control by not kicking somebody too hard
And hurting them.
or not punching in the face or hurting them, right? Exactly. So you learn that self-control physically and also mentally by making good choices, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, just so my adults know, as these kids get older, I want them to be able to be our prominent public speakers. Notice that all the people that make lots of money in this world, what do they learn to do? They learn to talk very well. They learn to talk well because they take speaking classes. They learn to talk well because of things like this, that they learn to speak in public. Now, Vivian, the first time you had to talk to a group up here, did you feel comfortable?
No, sir. I
No,
felt
but
really
now-
nervous.
She was really nervous. Now I can ask her questions, though, and she's not nervous. She can answer them with confidence. And that's what I want these kids to do, is get to the point where they can talk to a group of people with confidence and feel like they can express themselves, because that's what's going to push them further on in life. Chris, what's yours?
Perseverance.
Perseverance. Face the audience, tell about perseverance.
The reason why I picked perseverance is because when I first started, I didn't really like the way I looked, and I didn't have much confidence in myself. So, in
Okay, we're getting to that part of the day. You know what this part of the day is next? Breaks and boards. That's the fun part that everybody loves. Very good. So what I'd like to see is I'd like to see green belts in the back. I'd see up against the wall. Orange belts line up right here. Face the front. What do you think, Tevin? You ready for this? Good. I want you to stand right here. Right there. Okay, what's your breaks? Tell everybody what your break is. Hammer fist, yes. So, just so you know, as kids, we want them to start getting used to using their hands and having power so they can use their hands too. Kevin's going to be performing the hammer fist. So I want you to demonstrate first. Ready? Hi-ya. Oh, more power! Come on, buddy. Give me more power. Ready? Say, what are you going to do for me today?
Yes, sir.
Hammer fist too. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Do you want this board or do you want a really big one? Okay, I'll let you use it. I don't blame you. Ready? I'm a skirt. I'm not even giving you this.
Yeah, Mr. Kurt.
Okay. You ready? What are we doing there, Mr. Kurt?
Step chamber side.
Step chamber side kick.
All
Very
right.
good. Ready? Show me first one time.
Aye.
Good.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Aye.
Face me. Sit. Okay. Have a seat over there. Bring up. Come out. Okay, right here. Good. And what are you performing today?
A dive roll,
Chamber side kick. Very good. So now, just so my parents understand, as these guys get higher, I expect them to add a little flash and showmanship to everything they do. As orange belts or the lower belts, I expect them to be able to break the board. As they get higher, I expect them to understand that part of everything we do in life is how we present ourselves. If we just walk up and say, hi, I'm so-and-so, then the kids, that's the way that everybody perceives them. So I want them to learn showmanship so they can understand how to express themselves through their showmanship. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Show me one time. Fantastic. Do that one more time and it will break. Ready? Go. And Michaela, what are you doing today? Cartwheel side kick. Very cool. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You guys, your spacing good? You don't want to practice run or you want to go straight to it?
Practice.
Okay, go ahead. Very nice. Ready? Good. Spacing good. Good job, man. Almost. Good. Vivian, what do you do for me today?
Sidekick, sir.
Flying
Oh,
sidekick.
it's gonna
Wow.
be good.
Okay, show me first.
Go next.
Beautiful. Okay, here we go. Oh, remember, all the way through. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You got this. You got this. Give me a high five. Yeah, take that piece too. Okay, Chris. Axe kick, not a bond. Excuse me, reverse of that?
Oh, not a one.
Not a bond. I was going to say. Are you ready? Now, just so you know, as they get higher, not only do I expect them to be able to perform well, but I also expect them to increase their power. So Chris is doing a combination of a high technique, what we call a high technique, and a power technique. So he's going to break the thick board with his power technique and his high technique with this. So show me first. Let's scoot back because I want to see your space. Are you ready? Show me my arm first. Boom. And then relax. Perfect. Ready? Oh, show your foot sideways, all the way over. breath. Okay, I'm gonna go like this for you. Instead of doing 2 of those, one of those I'm gonna do.
Come on, Chris.
Be strong, be a strong power. Ready? Okay.
Board hurts. Yeah, that
Okay, Mr. Leonard.
Mr. Leonard.
My kick is going to be an intro roundhouse kick with an Audubon high technique and then a power punch.
A power punch.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Leonard, I'm going to give you a choice today on your power technique. What do you feel like?
Yes, sir.
You want 2 of those?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
This is power. Yes. Trust me, I'm not having you. So show me your high technique first. Ready?
Round. Audubon. Power.
Whew. Okay. Very nice.
Hard.
And number 7.
Yes, sir.
Face me, check. Falcon in. Very nice. Take your boards, your belts off, and your boards, and set them off the side, and line back up.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
that was like better than Power Rangers.
Mine's going tighter. Daddy, remember mine's going tighter.
Yeah. Now from there, I want everybody to face this direction. So Tevin right here, Sting right here, and Mr. Kurt right here, face the audience. Put it down, guys, face the audience. Yeah, right up front. Yep, perfect. Jacob, Michaela. Good, slide down just a little bit, tighten it, tighten it, tighten it. Chris, you walking okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Very good. Are you excited, Tevin?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, just so you guys are aware, this moves these guys from one class group into the next class group. So now they get to start training in the intermediate class group. So they are very, very excited because they know that they get some extra privileges at this point. What do you suppose you guys get after the next belt? Weapons, which we are going to go through in just a minute here. But I want these guys to be ready with their new belts on for that. Yeah, good job, Mr. Gray. Thank you, ma'am. You guys excited?
Yes, sir.
Now these two get to start their weapons classes now. And what are we going to play with first? Nunchucks. Jane's been very excited about that, by the way. Michaela, not so much, but she's going to be right. Maybe a little bit of red on this. You know what that means? Yeah, everything from this point forward is going to be focusing on moving forward to the higher belts.
Stay in your lane.
Yes. And now we have our first 2 red belts. These guys can taste the next color on your belt. What's the next color going to be on this belt, Chris?